Hachette Audio presents The Last Man Who Knew Everything. The Life and Times of Enrico Fermi, Father of the Nuclear Age. Written by David N. Schwartz. Read by Tristan Morris. This audiobook contains a Mac and PC compatible PDF with bonus material. For Susan, with love, affection, and gratitude. Preface. My father was a particle physicist. In 1962, he and two of his colleagues conducted an experiment that demonstrated the existence of two distinct types of neutrinos, ghostly subatomic particles that can pass through hundreds of millions of miles of lead without bumping into a single atom. Hypothesized in a leap of imagination by the acerbic Viennese physicist Wolfgang Pauli, the neutrino's creation in radioactive processes was first explained by Enrico Fermi, who also gave the particle its Italianate name, meaning little neutral one. The 1962 experiment, a direct legacy of one of Fermi's most famous scientific achievements, made the front page of the New York Times and won my father and his collaborators the 1988 Nobel Prize in Physics. My connection to Fermi might well have been more direct if it were not for my father's stubbornness as an undergraduate. When he was a senior at Columbia in 1953, my father approached his favorite teacher, Jack Steinberger, and said that he wanted to stay at Columbia for his doctorate. He asked Jack to be his thesis advisor. Quite sensibly, Jack explained that it would be a mistake for my father to stay at Columbia and suggested doing a doctorate at the University of Chicago with Fermi. Jack had been one of Fermi's first post-war graduate students, and the experience had changed Jack's life. With all the callowness youth can muster, my father objected that if he went to Chicago, he would lose all the graduate credits he had accumulated as an undergraduate at Columbia. Jack relented and went on to become my father's thesis advisor, and then collaborator on the 1962 neutrino experiment. So I always knew that Enrico Fermi was an important physicist, at least as far as my household was concerned. My father passed away in 2006, at the relatively young age of 73. Some 7 years later, my mother called with the news that she had finally gone through a file cabinet my father kept in the family garage. She found hundreds of papers and documents stashed away and had no idea what to do with them. I suggested that she send them to me. When they arrived, I went through them and pulled out a series of entertaining letters and papers by a physicist named Valentine.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?